sure that you go check out the Basketball Truth with Kevin Cunningham. I put out there today, Kevin, I combined both Day 1 and Day 2 into the same article on the redlightsportsnetwork.com, so that way fans can go in, listen to Day 1 recap of free agency, Day 2 recap of free agency. So all of our listeners go out there and check that out on the redlightsportsnetwork.com. And I do want to give a shout-out, Evan. As we're on the show today, we have a follower on Twitter, and it is a.ardelia, in parentheses, drifter. And I'm going to say it. This makes me feel good. Good show. Wish you would stay on longer. I was looking on his timeline. He's a Spurs fan, so I'm going to put this out to you. Next week, call in the show. We'll talk some Spurs. So our good friend, and I'll just call him Drifter, in parentheses, call the show next week, buddy. Let's talk some San Antonio Spurs during this free agent period. But I wanted to throw that out there, Evan. It's always nice when we can interact with followers on Twitter. And goes to show, people do listen. They listen live. So call us next week, everyone. Evan and I love to chat. But that's all I have basketball-wise, Evan. I know we're now going into archive time. I have Kevin on the line. So I wanted to get Kevin's quick thoughts because, Kevin, you and I both know, when I let you off the phone today, I may not hear from you in a couple days, weeks, months. I don't know. So I want to get your thought. Bassett scores an own goal yesterday. People are saying, oh, sympathy. I played soccer, and I understand the play. But, Kevin, being the soccer guy you are, I know you came on Soccer Savvy a few times with me. What are your thoughts when you look at Bassett's own goal, England losing in injury time on an own goal? What was your initial reaction?
Unfortunately, I didn't see the game. So, when I see the headline, it's sad, obviously. But I have no idea how it even happened. I don't know if it's a corner coming in and it accidentally goes off her head. Essentially, it can't get much worse. It's a World Cup game. It happens once every 4 years. It's the semifinals, and you lose the game truly because of that. For my not very inclusive knowledge of what happened, I guess it brings sympathy, but I don't know. I don't know what
I didn't mean to throw it out there to you, and put you on the spot. And actually, when you watch the replay and you see it, it wasn't an own goal within the 6. It was a cross coming from Japan from outside the 18. Bassett was trailing, following her player. She went to clear the ball, and as the cross came in, it went off of her foot, and she placed it perfectly in the upper corner. Unfortunately, it was her own net that had happened. So playing defense many years, I've scored an own goal, unfortunately, in a similar type situation. A cross comes in and your momentum's taking you forward, and I know what she was trying to do. She was trying to push the ball over the touchline and give them a corner. That's what she was trying to do. Unfortunately, whether the ball had a spin, took a bad bounce when she went to clear it, unfortunately, that spin or whatever happened, maybe she didn't have her ankle locked, which is a fundamental of soccer when you're clearing the ball defensively. It just went, and the ball caromed into the upper corner. And I want to say I feel bad for her in the sense that I've been there because I'd scored one own goal in my career, and it sucks. And on this stage in a semifinal, she's got to feel bad. And as a coach, I'll say this to every writer out there that is blaming her for the loss. I will say this on record that is crazy talk. She did not lose the game. There was 90 minutes before that where her team could have scored goals. And as a coach, I am dead set on saying that one play does not determine the outcome of a game. And people can ridicule me for that and say, well, she did lose the game. And I'll say, you know what, that is a play that lost the game. But what about the opportunities missed in the prior 90 minutes? So do not place the blame on one person for them not advancing to the final. Could they have created opportunity in the prior 90 minutes? Yes, that is my answer. So I know we're in archive time, Evan. I didn't want to ramble, but I did want to get that topic off of my chest today because I got a little frustrated of people blaming Bassett for losing the game. That play lost the game, but what about the other 90 minutes when you could have created other opportunities to score? So you guys might think I'm crazy, fans might think I'm crazy, but you cannot place all of the blame on her for that play. It is a team game. There's opportunities missed in the prior 90 minutes where England could have advanced, and that shouldn't have mattered. So that's all I got, buddy. You can wrap it up. Your final thoughts, Kevin's final thoughts. I'll be quiet now.
Well, I don't have anything more to add. I think, I agree with you for the most part on you can't blame Bassett completely on the loss because soccer is a team sport. You got other people on the field, and that play lost the game, but you can't put it all on her. And NBA free agency, I am very, it's a lot. NBA free agency this year seems to be a lot more fun this year than in years past for me. I don't know if it's because I'm starting to become more of a basketball fan or NBA fan, or just the NBA free agency period this year seems to be more active. But it's definitely been a lot more of a fun free agency time. So that's all I have.
Kevin, any last thoughts? Let the listeners know how they can read some of your stuff, listen to your shows, because I know that you put a lot of blogs out on the Red Light Sports Network, and personally you put out a number of blogs on the NBA. Let everyone know where they can find your work, bud.
Yeah, if you check me out on Twitter, you can follow me at KIDCUNI. That's my personal account. If you want to listen to basketball or read about basketball, whether it's through tweets or blogs or whatever's on my mind, check out RLSN Basketball over on Twitter. Also obviously over at the redlightsportsnetwork.com. I've got all my stuff as well. So if you're a basketball fan, follow me on Twitter. Especially with NBA free agency up in the forefront as far as basketball talk is concerned. That's what I plan on talking about for the next, month or so.
And we all look forward to it.
But to get back to your soccer point, I think that you take, a smarter old school approach in that you're not as reactionary to the last thing you saw. And I think that's a smart way to go about it. I think that we live in a world where you can get your thoughts out in 2 seconds by hitting the send button or the enter button or the tweet button or the post button. We're very reactionary. And we want to be in the majority when it comes to thinking certain things. That's just human nature. And so if you see a player go to the line and they need to make 2 free throws and they miss one, you're going to be reactionary and you're going to say that, wow, this player's uncaught. That's just the easy way to join the conversation and to have your thoughts mirrored by others. And I think that you bring up a great point in sports in general, that it's not one play that makes or breaks a game. There are plays throughout a game, whether it's 90 minutes or 40 minutes in college basketball or 48 minutes in pro hoops or whatever sport. It's not just one play in the fourth quarter or the second half or the third period. It's not just one play. It goes back to a player missing, an interception in the red zone, or a punter punting the ball off the side of his foot, and instead of net gaining 50 yards, it goes 5 yards. Those plays all have the same difference, whether it's 7 points or a goal or whatever it is. You can't just blame one play on a game going sour or one call from a referee from a whole game going sour. I hate to see that when fans just butcher refs because of one call at the end of a game. Well, it could have been a different call, in the second quarter that went your way that gave you the opportunity to complain about that call in the fourth quarter. A call is a call. If the game changes possession, that one call, it's worth the same realistically over the course of 48 minutes. So, no, that goal in and of itself didn't cost them the game. like you said, the team had 90 minutes to make plays, and I'm sure they had mistakes, and I'm sure, at least 7 of those players wish they would have done something over the course of the game differently, which could have opened up a goal opportunity or stopped a goal opportunity earlier in the game. So I think that you've got a smart take on it, is my long, drawn-out point there.
Well, guys, I'll tell you what, we went into archive. We haven't done that in a while, Evan, so a little bit into archive time, give the listeners a little bit of bonus coverage. Kevin, we appreciate you coming on, bud. Anytime you're welcome to come join the show. You know that. So welcome back from vacation, and let's get to work. Keep putting some content out on the RedLightSportsNetwork.com, doing a lot of things. So, Evan, I know you said you didn't have anything else to add. Good show tomorrow night, buddy. We're going to go switch back. We're going to switch back to a little bit of baseball, and, of course, any breaking news in NBA free agency, Evan and I will touch on in the beginning of the show. But for all of our loyal listeners, tomorrow is Friday already, which means that Evan and I are going to turn our show to Major League Baseball. Evan, I look forward to it, 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Central. Thanks again, Kevin, for joining us. For all of our listeners, have a great night. Fasten your seatbelts. Put your foot on the gas. Be safe. On your way out tonight, listen to a little bit of Bound for Severance. Have a good night, everyone.